Gallegher, 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 Gallegher. Oh, Gallegher, Gallegher, wearing out his shoes, nosing around for who, what, when, where, how, what, when, where, why, what, when, where, news.
Well, once again, welcome to the morgue. This time we're here to dig up the facts on how a newspaper will go after the top men in the city hall itself to fight crime and corruption. You know, there are many ways that crooked politicians teaming up with crooked contractors can divert public funds right into their own pockets. And one of the most common of these is using cheap, inferior materials. Now, this regrettable practice is not something new. And in this episode of our story, you see how in the late 1800s, a city was built by just such a pair of crooks. In this case, however, things happened they didn't count on. Things like cheap gas valves exploding all over town. And more important, the explosions being investigated by the daily press. Now, when the daily press sends out the first lady newspaper man in history and Gallegher the copy boy to investigate something like this, you know it's going to be investigated with no regard for life or limb. And believe me, the results were spectacular, as you're about to see in another episode of The Further Adventures of
Gallegher, 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 Gallegher. Oh, Gallegher, Gallegher, running down the street after another news beat. Gallegher, Gallegher, wearing out his shoes, nosing around for who, what, when, where, how, what, when, where, why, what, when, where, news, nosing around for news. That's Gallegher, Gallegher, running down the street after another news beat. Gallegher, Gallegher, wearing out his shoes, nosing around for whom, what, when, where, how, what, when, where, why, what, when, where, news, nosing around for news. He'd follow up a story no matter where it led. Unafraid, he made the grade where others feared to tread. Feared to tread. No slicker could out-trick him. No one was quicker than that sharp as a thorn, natural born newspaper man. That's Gallegher, Gallegher, running down the street after another news beat. Gallagher, Gallagher, wearing out his shoes, nosing around for who, what, when, where, how, what, when, where, why, what, when, where, news.
Gallegher got the
Pigeon postal service this month. Circulation is up 3%. 3%.
Here it is, boss. Play-by-play report on the ball game.
Good. Rush that to composing.
Yes.
Meanwhile, our competitors are still trying to clear the lines to the rewrite desk. You see, Mr. Johnson, when it comes to certain types of news beats, the Pigeon is more reliable and more confidential than the Telegraph.
Really?
Oh. What was that? Was that an explosion? It sure was. On this
this week. Excuse me. This is no time to be staring out windows watching people pass. We got an extra to get out. Brownie.
Brownie's down at City Hall.
Adeline.
Yes, Mr. Crowley.
Get over there and cover that explosion.
I'm writing up the Mardis reception for the new library.
I don't care if it's the presidential inaugural. This is more important. Gallegher.
Yes, sir.
Get a couple of pigeons and go with her.
Yes, sir.
Never mind how you look. Get going.
Where?
How do I know? It sounded like it came from the east part of town. Do I have to do all the mental brain work around here?
Did you say the third blast this week?
Yeah. Down at City Hall, they think that some madman terrorist has been igniting underground gas mains.
Really?
Nasty business. Why, you never know when the very sidewalk is going to rise up from under your feet. Half the city is out of its wits.
I'm opening a department store in this town.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Johnson. Now, you proceed as planned, and by the time you lay your cornerstone and place your ad, the Daily Press will have found out the truth and brought the guilty to the Judicial Bar of Justice. Good day, sir. Thank you.
Stay back. Ladies and gentlemen, stay back, will you, please? What are you trying to do? Blow us all to kingdom come? There's gas escaping here. No fires of any kind. Take that pipe out of your mouth. Now listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. No pipes, no cigars, no matches, if you please.
I'm from the Daily Press.
Do you say now? Adeline Jones, reporter. Oh-ho! It all comes back to me now. The first lady reporter of our fair city. Am I right?
Yes, officer. I'd like to know.
Oh, and a good looker, too. Wait till the boys at the precinct hear about this.
All I want to know is when...
Who would ever believe that a looker like you would ever take up reporting as a serious profession?
Don't take no mental expert. Look along that busted edge, see? That's cast iron with just a thin coating of brass.
Yeah, it sure don't look like brass.
Don't look like brass because it ain't brass.
These valves are all supposed to be solid brass.
Yeah, solid, clean through.
Hey, you don't suppose it.
You thinking the same thing I'm thinking?
We got this cheap stuff all over town?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
But it can't be. The contract called for solid brass
I don't care
valves.
what it called for. This valve... What are you doing here, Gallegher?
I'm just looking. Pretty big explosion, huh?
What's that you're writing?
Oh, nothing. You know, you wouldn't think gas would make a big hole like that, would you? Seems more like it must have been dynamite.
How much did you hear? Come here, huh?
Here, take my hand. They need your help. I saw the pigeon. What did you get?
A real beat, Addie. There's something fishy with the gas valves.
Fishy.
They're not made like they're supposed to be, and that's what's causing the explosions.
Sometimes I had the feeling that I should be feeding those pigeons and you should be getting the news.
That's the Briggs. What now?
Well, thanks to you, I had the afternoon off. I have something I have to do.
Oh, that new hat we saw on the way down.
You know, you're far too wise for your years. I'll see you back at the office.
Well, what did you tangle with? The explosion?
Worse, the mayor's office.
His hooligans did that? You go right back there and tell them they can't do that to me. Nobody browbeats Jefferson Crowley. Wait a minute. How come?
How come what?
Well, how come they beat you up?
They caught me in the mayor's outer office.
Outer office?
I was peeking through the keyhole into the inner office.
Good. What did you see?
Saw Charlie Mardis. He was in there with the mayor.
Yeah. And what were they talking about?
Talking about the gas explosions.
Brownie, if you're lying to me,
Gospel, boss. The mayor was saying that they better stop those sewer lids from flying around town or they're in big trouble.
and what did Mardis say to that?
I don't know. That's when I got caught.
It's got to mean something, boss. Didn't the mayor campaign on the gas issue?
You're right. I remember my headline at the time. New mayor soars to victory on a wave of gas. B.
Governor?
Get the files on Mardis, Mayor Diffenberger, and the gaslight contracts. Brownie,
Yeah, boss.
what is the function of journalism?
To raise cane and sell newspapers.
Correct. You win the prize. A beefsteak at Clancy's and a new hat. Put it on my tab. But hurry back. You've got to help me raise some cane.
Must be Adeline's pigeon. I'll go see.
Never mind. Pete's standing by up there. Come here. I've been going through these files, and my hunch was right. Charlie Mardis was awarded a gaslight contract on a secret bid.
Yeah? How about this for an angle? Ward Healer gets paid off for delivering the votes.
What's that got to do with explosions?
I don't know. I thought you did.
It's from Eddie. That explosion came from a faulty valve in the gas line.
Faulty valves, huh? Thousands of dollars in somebody's pocket because they use cast iron instead of brass. I tell you, Brownie, when it comes to graft, Crowley's got a nose like a bloodhound. Take this down. Headline: City in dire peril. Subhead: On Mardis and mayor responsible. Tell them about the faulty valves. Hint strongly at greed and graft. Draw parallels between the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, Pompeii and Babylon.
Hey, you! Get out of here with that cigar. There's gas leaking. Do you want to blow us to high heaven? What's the matter with you?
That's the ticket, Brownie. If the explosions don't wake him up, we will. Pete, we beat the deadline again. Ah, Gallegher. Good work, boy. How did Addie find out about the faulty valves?
Oh, it was just something we overheard and thought you might like to know.
That's the spirit. Brain work and teamwork. That's what makes great newspapers great. By the way, where is Addie?
She stopped off to buy a new hat.
On company time?
It's for the paper, sir. She's covering the Mardis reception Sunday afternoon, and she wanted to look real good.
What was that?
She's covering the Mardis reception.
I heard you. Brownie.
Yeah, boss?
The plot thickens. You know that shindig that Mardis is throwing Sunday?
Yeah?
Well, that's to celebrate his getting the contract to build a new library.
Yeah?
Well, don't you get it? Mardis builds the gaslight contract into a fortune, and now he gets the city's biggest building plum. More grist for your mill.
Yeah.
Pete,
Yes, Governor.
work up a biography on Mardis. Rags to riches, influence to affluence, overalls to striped trousers. Huh? What? Hmm? Charlie Mardis. You know, we were just talking about you, Charlie.
What about this?
Oh, careful now. Let's not lose our temper.
What about it?
Brownie, throw him out.
Now look, Charlie.
How dare you, sir? He who strikes the least of my employees strikes me.
Let him have it, boss. Belt him a good one.
Keep out of this, Gallegher. Come no closer, or I'll tear you limb from limb. I'll sue you for assault. Careful now, or I'll lose my temper. This is a gross infringement of my civic rights, an abuse of the freedom of the press. Mark my words, Mardis. I'll have you behind bars for this. A man of my standing and position in a crummy jail cell. It's disgraceful. Well, it's about time. I take it my attorney has arrived?
Sure now, he's out there with the judge. You're getting a hearing.
Well, and he'll get an earful from me, too. You mark my words.
Your Honor, in behalf of my client, I would like to say that...
Mr. Bildad, I hope you've set the record straight.
All right, let's get on with this. The accused is arraigned before this court on criminal charges of assault and battery and mayhem.
Now, just a minute, Judge. You've got the wrong man.
How do you plead, Crowley?
In behalf of my client, I would like
Not
to say...
guilty, of course. I told you you've got the wrong man. Brownie, I want you to take down every word of this miscarriage of illegal justice. I want it on the front page.
Mr. Crowley, you will conduct yourself in a proper manner or I'll have you down for contempt.
My dear Judge, do I seem like a man of violence?
As a matter of fact, you do. Trial is set for the 19th of the month. Bail, $500. Dismissed.
$500? Bildad, I'm refusing bail.
Mr. Crowley.
I will serve out my time behind prison bars.
But Mr. Crowley.
Don't interrupt me with the law.
You are also being sued for libel, and the trial is already set.
My mind is made up. I will stay in jail as a living symbol.
That is beside the point.
A fearless fighter against the political chicanery of this town. Brownie, are you getting this down?
Oh, yes, boss.
The daily press will not be intimidated. Justice will prevail. Truth will out. This fair city shall not disappear from the face of the earth in a flaming holocaust of sewer gas.
You've got a visitor, Mr. Crowley.
Huh? Ah, Gallegher. And what have we here?
Your feathered friends, sir.
Oh, thank you, Gallegher. You've no idea how I miss them.
I know what you mean, sir. They'll help you while away the lonesome hours.
Indeed, they will. And what's new in the outside world?
Everything's going just great, sir.
What do you mean everything's going great?
I mean, just as great as things can go without you, sir.
Hey, now, as I live and breathe, we're a different dagger in person.
Crowley, my boy, how do you do? Well, Horace, what's on your mind? You didn't come calling just for old time's sake.
I'd like to see you alone, Jeff.
Step outside for a minute, Gallegher.
Yes, sir.
Well, have a seat, Horace.
Thank you.
Proceed.
Jeff, I'm asking as a personal favor. Drop this farce. Now, I've talked with Charlie. He's willing to forget about the libel charges against the Daily Press if you'll just print a front-page retraction.
Never.
Oh, don't be so pious. Everybody has to make an expedient decision now and then, even you.
Is that what your deal with Mardis was? Expedient?
We always give the contract to the lowest bidders. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I didn't see the bids.
Bids are supposed to be secret. It's the law.
Before, not after. Meanwhile, what are you doing about the safety of this city?
Well, I've ordered the gas pressure lowered and advised caution.
Do you mean to say that you have not closed down the gas works?
I wouldn't dare put the voters back on kerosene. They'd never forgive me.
What are you running? A city or a popularity contest?
I refuse to bandy any further words with you, Jeff. I came here with an offer, and you refused it. So the libel suit is set for Monday morning.
Monday? That's tomorrow.
Well, an opening occurred on the calendar, so...
You can't do this to me. My lawyer won't have time to prepare an opening statement.
That's too bad, isn't it?
Flout my civic rights, will you? We'll see about this. We'll carry this to the highest court in the land. Gallegher.
Yes, sir.
Call my lawyer and tell him I've changed my mind. Tell him to come down here and bail me out of this.
Yes, sir.
And Gallegher, tell Brownie and Addie to gather more evidence against Mardis.
Yes, sir.
And tell them that if they fail me now, they are fired.
Yes, sir.
Retroactively, as of last week when they got me into this.
Yes, sir.
And if you fail to impress them with the importance of my orders, you're fired too.
Yes, sir.
Well, don't just stand there. Lock me up before I lose my temper and break out of here.
Evidence.
I don't want to panic you guys, but the boss is getting out of jail. And you better have some before he gets here and fires us.
Now, look, one more crack out of you.
Where's Mr. Crowley? Didn't you bail him out?
No, I did not bail him out. The mayor's made sure that no one is available to sign his release. They've closed every legal door.
Oh, what a day.
Well, what do we do now?
Publish a retraction.
A what?
It's a public apology. He admits that he's wrong, and we just call off this whole silly trial.
Did Mr. Crowley tell you he wants us to do that?
Well, not in so many words, but it is the only sensible thing to do, isn't it?
Sensible.
Sensible? He'd kill us.
Well, you'll be killed anyway. If we go to court on Monday without a case, we're going to lose, and the damages will be so high that you'll have to sell this newspaper to pay up, and you'll be without your jobs.
What kind of evidence do you need for the case?
Records, documents, contracts, anything that will connect Mardis and the mayor in a shady deal.
Is there such evidence?
Of course there is. Where? Right in Charlie Mardis's house.
Why didn't you have it subpoenaed?
I told you they closed every legal door, didn't I?
Wait a minute. How do you know that Charlie's got evidence like that in his house?
He used to be a client of mine, that's why. I know his habits. He keeps everything in the file in the study on the second floor. Now, just a minute. That's out. It's absolutely unthinkable. I've got enough trouble. I'm not going to defend you people for breaking and entering. Crowley's public apology is the only answer, and I expect to see it in the morning paper. That's my final word. Good day, gentlemen. And lady?
Whose side is he on, anyway?
Well, how about it?
Well, you heard him. It's unthinkable.
Unthinkable. When I went to all that expense of buying a brand new hat for a very special occasion.
Addie, you're wonderful.
Hey, let me in on this, huh?
Don't you worry. Before we're through, you're going to be hollering for somebody to let you out. I'm going to go up there and I'm going to... I'm here to cover the reception for the Daily Press.
No one from the Daily Press is to be admitted, Miss Jones.
The most popular newspaper in the city. That's incredible.
I have my instructions, miss. Sorry.
What happened?
Here.
Well, what happened?
The butler wouldn't cooperate.
Can't you get in?
Not yet. But I will.
What are you going to do?
Now, what kind of work would a lass like me be after, me boyo?
Oh, a servant girl.
You're a fine, sweet lad. 'Tis a fact. Proceed as planned. And take care of yourself.
Put those on the kitchen table, Mr. Simon.
The name is Kathleen, ma'am. 'Tis with Mr. Simon I am.
I'll show you where to put that. And I'm not ma'am, I'm Ellen. You can put it right down there.
Oh, well now, sweetie, that's very nice of you indeed.
Oh, I'm always willing to lend a helping hand. Well, if you're not supposed to be helping, sweetie, what are you doing here?
Oh, but I am to be helping. But serving the guests only. No heavy lifting.
Outside help is to wear black, not green. Didn't Mr. Simon tell you?
Oh, dear, I was told nothing of the sort. Whatever am I going to do?
Oh, what they send for help these days is a caution. Well, come along. I'll see if I have something to fit you. Simon the caterer.
Hello. Is there anyone here to lend a hand? Thank you. Hello, sweetie.
The name is Kathleen, sir.
Ah, do you work here?
How very clever of you. As a matter of fact, I have my orders to lend you a helping hand.
Ah, well, that's very nice. Very nice indeed. Here, you finish this. That'll give me a chance to fix the table decorations. And don't go away. As soon as I'm finished, I want to hold that helping hand.
Oh, there you are. Oh, yes, Miss Ellen. I'm just as busy as a little bee out here.
Ellie, the old man's fresh out of his special reserve. He's upstairs in the study with the mayor. And whom do we have here?
This is Kathleen, Mr. Corky. She's with the caterer.
Why do all the prettiest girls have to be at the other end of the house? Don't you go away. I'll see you later.
Certainly has a nerve. Wonder who he thinks he is. That's young Mr. Mardis. He's a chip off the old block, that one. Ellen, let me take that upstairs for you. Oh, so that's how it is it? 'Tis curious I am and nothing more. Isn't often I get to serve the high and mighty quality folk. Well, all right. Second floor, front of the house. Oh, and don't say I didn't warn you. He's a perfect devil with the ladies, he is.
Frankly, Charlie, you should never have brought him to trial. Libel is extremely difficult to make stick.
No man calls me a crook and gets away with it.
Well, I don't know. Let sleeping dogs lie is one of my favorite aphorisms.
This dog wasn't sleeping. He was on his feet, showing his teeth.
True.
And I'm not a man to turn the seat of his pants to such a dog. Where is that woman with the liquor? Who are you?
She's with the caterer, Dad.
Well, open the bottle, my dear, and put it on the table.
With pleasure, sir.
Your guests are arriving, gentlemen.
We'll be right there.
Very good, sir.
How about a quick one before we face the coming ordeal?
No later, Charlie, after the ordeal.
Come along, then. The sooner we start, the sooner we finish.
May I help?
Come along, son. That can wait.
I'll be right there, Dad. Can it?
Begging your pardon, Mr. Mardis.
Can it wait for me?
Oh, Faith, now you've been kissing the Blarney Stone for sure.
Faith, me darling, and if there's any kissing to be done, you'll not find me wasting me talents on Blarney Stones.
There you are. What are you doing?
Watching the grand entrance of the quality folks, sir. I meant no harm.
Mr. Simon needs you downstairs. Hurry.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. I'm on my way, sir.
As long as you're here, perhaps you could help load up my wagon. Would you try this one for a starter?
Sure, it'll be a pleasure, sir.
Hold on there, young lady. Just what do you think you're up to?
Well, you'll have to put it on the wagon yourself.
Stay here. This concerns you too.
All right, kid. What's it all about?
Well, you see, sir, I was practicing with my pigeons.
On my roof? All right, come on, inside.
Can I take my birds?
Yeah, bring them along. Hey, what's the idea?
Gee, sir, the catch broke loose.
In the house.
No, I've never seen her before today.
Well, she said she was with you.
Oh, I thought she was part of your staff.
All right, kid, come on, over here.
You see, sir, just as I told you, obviously a pair of thieves.
Have you searched her?
Ellen has. Nothing.
Well, search the kid. Gallegher. Daily Press.
Of course. You're the society reporter I turned away.
All right, both of you, upstairs to the study.
Oh, it's about time.
Maybe it's from Gallegher.
Hey, it's from the boss. It says, Brownie, get down here right now, bring gun.
Bring what?
Gun. G-U-N.
Oh, what's he want a gun for?
I don't know. Hey, maybe he wants to kill himself. Well, that's what the boss wants. That's what the boss gets.
Hey, wait a minute. Must be something big.
A lot of them.
The whole coop.
Nothing.
Same here.
Nothing?
Yeah, nothing.
I don't get it.
Me neither.
Well, you figure it out. I gotta find the gun.
But what I want to know is how much they know. And if they know as much as I think they know, then what are we going to do with them?
Plenty of room here for weekend guests.
But what happens afterwards?
Who cares? Once we win that trial, anything that Crowley says will be sour grapes.
Oh, you think so?
I know it.
The guests are leaving, sir.
Come along, son. We'll let Jason here keep an eye on them.
Yes, sir.
None of that, you two.
Don't you know it's rude to point, especially with a gun?
I have my orders.
Your orders are to keep an eye on us, not a gun.
Be quiet, please.
Hello, boss. Never mind the brilliant conversation. Did you bring what I asked for?
Yeah, boss.
Well, don't just stand there. Use it.
On you, boss?
Not on me, you numbskull. On him. And hurry up.
Okay. Up with your hands.
No, down with your hands. And open up.
Down with your hands.
Come on, hurry up. I have no time.
Come on.
That's my good man. You may have the use of my office, sir. Where are Addie and Gallegher?
Oh, they're at Mardis' reception. What a strange thing, boss. All of Gallegher's pigeons came home at once, but there was no messages. What do you make of that?
That means they're in trouble. That's what that means, and we shall not let them down.
Hey, that's right. It's an SOS.
Don't point that thing at me. Let's get rid of it. Don't you remember? The Daily Press ran a crusade last year against carrying concealed weapons. Come on.
See that glow behind us?
Yes.
I said no talking.
Think you can lift it?
Yes.
Then grab him and hit him in the head with it. This way. Come on. We'll go down this tree.
Go in. I wish I could say this makes me feel like a kid again.
What happened? Well, what happened?
They've gone down the tree.
Wait a minute. Corky!
Yeah?
The gaslight files are gone.
Oh, no.
Well, don't just stand there. Hitch up that buggy and go after them.
I've got it. Every time I think of you grabbing that gun, I get the shudders.
It was nothing.
Nothing. As if there's no such thing as Irish luck.
Luck had nothing to do with it. That gun was a single-action .38. When I saw that Butler didn't have sense enough to keep it cocked, I knew I had plenty of time to grab it. Some to spare.
Browbeat my reporters, will they? We'll see about this. And you stay out of this, you understand? I'm going to handle this my own way.
Hey, here's one from the mayor. Dear Charlie, thank you for your handsome check.
How about this? The contract to make brass valves, with an agreement to kick back 50% for brass-plated cast iron.
What are we waiting for? This calls for an extra.
Without the boss?
We can't wait. Once this hits the streets, there'll be no trial. His troubles will be over.
Right. Pete, get this down. Headline, lid blows off sewer gas scandal. Subhead, documents reveal City Hall scandal. How's that for a headline?
Late today, the house of Charles Mardis proved to be a wanted sepulcher. Behind that rich and fashionable facade, there lurked an evil genius who, but for the enterprise and resourcefulness of the Daily Press, would have bled this city.
Hey, here's the boss. Addie saved the day, Mr. Crowley. She got all the evidence you...
stole from my house.
Papers?
Oh, come now, lady. It's all over for you people. Don't you know that?
On the desk. Out of the way, kid. Hold it.
Too bad you had to find these, but make hardly any difference at all once our famous fighting editor here publishes his retraction. Suppose we get on with it, Jeff. You want me to dictate the headline, or would you rather do it in your own loudmouth way?
Well, you know, Charlie, this sort of thing takes a lot of mental thinking.
There's one thing I want you all to get perfectly straight and clear. We are staying here until that extra gets on the street. And you are all hostages until it does. And in case anyone has any doubts, just bear this in mind. My back is to the wall, and I am fighting for my life.
Quit the stalling, Crowley.
All right, Pete, take this. Headline: Daily Press admits possible misallegations in gas line story.
Won't do, Crowley. You're hedging, and you know it. I want this headline right on the button. Something like this. Crowley and Daily Press retract charges against Charles Mardis and Mayor Diffendagger.
That's no headline. You see, you've got to have something short and to the point and that fits.
Make it short and to the point and hurry it up.
All right, then let's say Daily Press editor admits...
Hey, kid, get away from that window.
Mardis, over here.
What kind of a man are you, Brownie? Every time there's trouble around here, you're hiding under a desk. Gallegher.
Yes, sir?
Composing. Rush it. Pete.
Right away, Governor.
We got to keep the kettle boiling. Circulation's up 5% since last night. Daily Press. Crowley speaking. Who? Johnson? Oh, yes, yes. Mr. Johnson, the department store owner. Huh? Can we handle a 2-page ad? Well, if you've got the money, we've got the paper, and we've both got a deal. Yeah, that's right. Right away, sir. Thank you. Oh, I feel great today. Just great. Now, hear this, everybody. If circulation should go up 10% by the end of the month, there will be some salary adjustments. On the other hand, if it should drop, perish the thought. Meanwhile, Gallegher.
Right here, boss.
Oh, yeah. Go up in the roof and give our feathered friends an extra ration of pigeon feed. They deserve it. Well, don't just stand there looking happy. It's a long time till the end of the month, and a lot of things could go wrong. Back to work. I said back to work, everyone.
Well, chalk up another score for the Daily Press. And in my book, Crowley was one of the smartest editors in the business. Not for the part he played in clearing up the case especially, but for having two people like Adeline Jones and Gallegher working for him, to say nothing of the pigeons. I wonder who gave him that idea.
Gallegher, 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 Gallegher. That's Gallegher, Gallegher, running down the street after another